Good morning. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? I'm loving this weather, but it's a beautiful day no matter what the weather is. So I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful that we're all here together. I'm grateful we have a place like this to come and meet and just be with each other and be in consciousness. So welcome. Our talk title today is looking at the idea that we are created to be happy, to be purposeful, and to be enthusiastic. That's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. Did you know that? We're here to have fun. I mean, here on this planet. I have a friend, Edwina Gaines, who's a prosperity teacher, and she says, this is the party planet, and you can count on me to do my part. Okay? We're here to have fun. I have another friend who wrote a book literally called Show God a Good Time. We're here as God. Show ourselves a good time. And sometimes we forget, right? I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I forget. And so it's nice to come and hang out with people who help me to remember, that we're actually here to have a good time. The vision that we're working with today, the idea is that we encourage our community members to live courageous, fearless lives and to be passionate about life's possibilities. To be passionate about life's possibilities. I get passionate sometimes. Cynthia gives me a bad time when I do because it's usually when I'm watching a football game on TV. Okay? Tackle that guy, How about if we were that enthusiastic about our lives? Our lives. Not somebody else's, but our lives. Okay? And brought that passion, brought that enthusiasm, that entheos, God within, into everything that we did. How would that shift our consciousness? How would that shift our lives? Ernest Holmes, in his What We Believe, says that we believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. And that's what we're here to do. We are here to forever and ever expand. Because we live in an infinite good. We live in a field of infinite good. Breathe that in with me. We're sitting right now in a field of infinite good, infinite possibility. How much good do you want to take in? Lots. And then more, right? We can open to whatever that is for us. The love, the beauty, the wisdom, the life energy of spirit. That's what we are here for. And it's an inside job. The gift is already given. The universe has already gifted this to us already. And can I receive it? Can I receive it? And so we're here today to work on that idea of opening up to receiving more of what's already been given. We're sitting in a banquet hall. We're sitting in a feast. And are we enjoying it? Are we enjoying it? Like the universe is constantly expanding. We are constantly expanding in our consciousness. The spiritual life, the life that we live as spiritual beings, is a continuous path. It's not a destination. It's not a place where, okay, now I'm done and I've arrived. When I went through college, I got a diploma, and a degree, and it said, and I could hang it on my wall and it says, you have this degree. Okay, I'm done. I got this degree. Life isn't like that. And you know what? Most careers that I know really aren't like that. Most people who are in a career, who are really successful in the career, keep on learning and learning and learning, and what more can I learn? And so it's the same thing with the spiritual path. What more can we learn? How can I expand on this path? How can I keep going? As finite beings, we are ever expanding into and exploring the infinite love and the infinite good of the universe. That is who we are. That is what we're doing right here and right now. We're living and we're exploring more and more and more of how good it is and how good we can stand it. And we're opening up. Take a breath with me. Just imagine your body opening up to even greater good. Imagine your cells just relaxing a little bit and opening up to more good. There's a saying in Zen, when you reach the top of the mountain, keep climbing. When you reach the top of the mountain, when you get to where you thought you were going, when you get to what you thought was your summit, keep climbing. Because there's more. And that's the good news. It's not like there's more as in, oh my God, there's more. No, there's more love, and there's more joy, and there's more good to experience. Keep going. Keep opening. That's what we're here to play in and do. Ernest says all nature conspires. We're in a conspiracy. Ernest was a conspiracy theorist, okay? Okay? He was a conspiracy theorist. He said the universe is in a conspiracy for our good, and he actually believed that. And it's taken me a while, and sometimes I forget, but I think it is too. So he says all nature conspires to produce and manifest the freedom of the individual that it may lose its own energy. Nature is trying to express, the universe is trying to express itself fully through you and me. We are here to express spirit. We are here to express love. We are here to express life. We are here to express beauty. We are here to be expressors of life, of aliveness. We're not here to worry about what can I get? I don't have enough. We're here to express. I'm going to invite my friend Nancy up in a few minutes, but she's here to, we're talking about, we're here to, what can I give? What can I express? We're here to express that infinite mind within each of us. And in order to do so, we have to surrender our old beliefs that have kept us stuck, right? In order for me to do more and be more, I have to let go of what I was. And what I was sometimes was very comfortable, right? I knew how to work it. Even if it wasn't real fun, at least I knew how to work it. Anybody kind of know somebody like that? I know nobody here, but you know somebody who's been in that kind of situation, you watch them from a distance, and you say, man, if they would just let go of that circumstance, that situation, that job, that relationship, that belief system, they would be so much more, okay? And so we're here to let go of that. We have to surrender to the flow of spirit. And the surrendering is not surrendering to, I love Michael Beckwith who says that we have this old idea that if we surrender to God, it means we have to be dumb, and we have to be stupid, and we have to be poor, and we have to be all this stuff. No, we're here to surrender to the excellence of life, the fullness of life, the excellence of who we are. Would you be willing to surrender to the excellence of the universe that you are? Yeah, because you are that already. Whether you remember it or not, whether you're sitting there going, I have no idea what you're talking about, Reverend David, you still are. And believe me, there are days that I look in my own mirror and say, I have no idea what you're talking about, Reverend David. Okay? And yet I still am. I still am that. And so the more and more that we remember that and we recognize that and we open to it, we get our, as Emerson says, bloated nothingness out of the way of the flow of the divine circuits, then we begin to live more and we begin to express more. And what it takes is living with the idea, the Zen idea of beginner's mind. Every day is new. Do you know that? In fact, every moment is new. You've never been in this moment before, and now it's gone. And you've never been in this moment before, and now it's gone. And you've never been in this moment before, and now it's gone. Every moment is new. There's the old saying or the old idea about the person who puts their foot in the river, takes it out, and puts it back in again. It's not the same river, is it? It's not the same stream. The water has flown, has moved on, and guess what? The person themselves is different also. Even if it's by the experience of stepping into the river once and pulling out, they now have more knowledge than they had before, and so they step back in again, and they're different. Life is continuously flowing. Life is in an evolutionary, expansive process, and we can either flow with it and allow ourselves to be carried by that. See, we don't have to make it happen, right? We allow ourselves to be carried by the process that wants to unfold in, through, and as us right here and now. We're here to do that. We're here to surrender to that which is expressing. We have to understand that we have places in our lives where we have a blind spot, where we have places in our lives where we're a little bit asleep. Anybody relate to that besides me? Okay. And so we have to be willing to let go of the blind spots. We have to be willing to say, you know what, guess what? I got a blind spot. And I'm willing to be supported and loved. That's why we have practitioners. That's why we come to a place like this, that when we've had a rough week and we've forgotten about it, we can come back and hear somebody talk about, hey, wake up, remember who you really are. You are the beloved of the divine. You are that right now. Okay? We go to classes, we work with that, we meet with other people, we have prayer partners, we have all sorts of ways to support ourselves if we take advantage of them. Okay? So we have to let go and walk the path of awakening. And this path of awakening is an ongoing, continuous path. It's an ongoing and continuous path. The most powerful question we can ask on that path is, how can I express more of the divine here? How can I express more of the divine here? That's a whole different question than how can I get my needs met here? How can I get what I want here? It's how can I express, I am here to express more of the divine. And as I do that, it shifts the situation. And guess what? The divine, because it's fulfilling everybody's needs, fulfills ours too. Okay? How can I express more of the divine here? We're here as a gift of the universe. You're a gift of the universe. Do you know that? Yes. You and I are. Look at the person next to you and say that to them. You're a gift of the universe. You're a gift of the universe. And join me in saying that. I am a gift of the universe. How does that feel? It's true. And whether we even sit here and go, I have no idea how to be a gift of the universe, it's still true. Okay? So then we start to ask questions. When we understand that, we start to ask different sets of questions. We start to ask, what is mine to give? How can I let more of the gift that I am now be expressed? How can I let more of the truth of who I am be expressed in this circumstance and in this situation? I do want to bring up Nancy because she has asked herself that. Come on up. Bring your bag. She has asked that question, how can I be a gift in this community? And one of the ways that she has done that, and Damien, if you could have this microphone on for a moment, if it doesn't feed back on me. And Nancy's going to, you want to share what you do? This is Nancy Renard. She's a longtime congregant.
Hi. This is rather spooky up here. My hero is Neil Donald Walsh. And if you know anything about Neil Donald Walsh, I've never met him, but I love his books. Yes. And I've got him on tape, so listen to his tapes or his CDs or whatever. Anyways, he went from average Joe Blow to suddenly nothing. And then, you know, he went through his life of living on the street. And when he finally started to get back on his feet, he wasn't quite there. He met a young couple of kids that were out of luck. And he thought, well, I've got a fireplace. Come home with me. You can at least get warm. And so they went home with him, and he thought, well, I wonder if I have anything in the fridge. You know, there's not much. But when he opened up the fridge, he kept pulling things out, and they ate really good. So then the next morning, he took them to the bus stop, and he gave them $20. He says, that's all I have, but go home. And it just made me think of all that I have. I went from one car, now I have a car and a truck. I have a roof over my head, I've got clothes, and I thought, it just all of a sudden hit me. I was walking through the Dollar Tree, and I thought, I can afford to get some top ramen. I can afford to get a cup, some applesauce, a hat, gloves, socks, and I put it all in a Ziploc. And now I carry these around in my car. And so when I see a homeless person, I think, that could be the next Donald Walsh. And I hand it to him. However, there's a lot of people out there, and I need help. So if you guys could do like 2 bags, it takes $7 to $10. Yeah. Less if you get creative. And just carry them in your car, and when you see somebody out there, just think, this could be a Donald Walsh out there. Or this could be your child. So that's what I do.
Sometimes when we think of what's my gift to give, we think it has to be some huge gift that will create world peace. And we completely underestimate the effect we have on people. You are a powerful, just you, the one sitting in your chair, that one, okay, are a powerful being. And every act that you do, every good that you create into the universe ripples through the universe in ways that you don't even know of. Somebody helped out Neil Donald Walsh at some point in his life when he didn't look like the Neil Donald Walsh that we now know. Okay? Somebody has helped me in my life when I was going through a really, really dark period. In fact, a number of people through a number of really dark periods. Okay? Whatever we do, whatever kindness we give, it's our gift to give. When I start vibrating with the giving flow of the universe, when I start being in alignment with that and in that vibration, then I don't look for others to fulfill me anymore. And I'm no longer asking what can the world give me, and I no longer vibrate with small thinking. I start to ask higher quality questions, and higher quality questions result in, the ability to speak, result in, there's 2 words that wanted to come out at the same time. I hate when that happens. Show up as higher quality results in our lives and in everybody's lives. We become a blessing in the world, and because of cause and effect, what we put out into cause comes back to us. If we become a blessing in the world, then guess what? The world becomes a blessing to us. The universe blesses us right back. And it may not happen from the person that we're kind to. It may not happen immediately, but it happens. As we keep on being an outpicturing of that good, it keeps on flowing back. So instead of being stuck in small thinking, I align with first cause. We talk here about cause and effect. It's the bottom line. When we talk about the law in religious science, it's really the law of cause and effect. And that is that what I put out into the universe comes back to me. First cause, which is what Ernest Holmes calls spirit, when we align ourselves with that infinite nature, with that infinite oneness, and we're expressions of that ourselves, okay, then what we are putting out, the effects that result, are an expression of that nature. And that nature is for good, that nature is for love, that nature is for life, that nature is for joy. That's what we put out, that's what we get back. Everything that we see out here in our lives, the circumstances, the stuff that stands around us, okay, is a result of consciousness, either our own, other people's, or a combination that we've allowed into our lives. And whether it's our own or other people's, our shift in consciousness can change that outward effect. Our shift in consciousness can change that outward effect, okay? As the song says, it's an inside job. I get to have that responsibility, I get to have that power to create something new by changing my own consciousness. So if I don't like something out in the world, and it may not happen overnight, it may take a while. But if I start to change my consciousness, the ripples start to go out and the change starts to happen. The world calls us to believe in itself, right? This goes clear back to Jesus saying, I'm in the world but not of the world. Okay? The world calls us, look at this disaster, look at this happening, look at this, see me, see this circumstance. And if we buy into that, we start manipulating circumstances out here, and that has no effect. That's like my friend Eddie Watkins says, you're trying to comb the mirror instead of my hair. Okay? Instead, we go back to, if the movie is running out here and I don't like the movie that's running out here, instead of trying to change the screen, I go back and change the movie. I change the film. As spiritual beings, we know that circumstances are created by consciousness. And in order to change the circumstances, we must change whose consciousness? I hate that part. If only Cynthia was nicer to me, as your song said, right? Instead of looking and saying, what is my part in this relationship? If I want this relationship to change, and our relationship is fine, but if I want that relationship to change, where is it that I must shift and grow? Where is it that I must become something more than I've been before? How can I be more loving in this relationship? How can I be more passionate in my life? How can I be more of the gift that wants to give itself through us? The universe manifests our habitual consciousness. Our habitual consciousness. Not our wishes and our hopes, but our habitual consciousness. Ernest says that what shows up through us is what we are. We manifest, what's that phrase I'm looking for? Well, yeah, we don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we are. What we are. Okay? So who are you? And what are you willing to be? How great are you willing to be? When we shift our habitual consciousness, we do it by ongoing practice. It's not enough to say, well, I shifted it once, and now I've kind of rubber banded back into where it was before, right? We do it by continuing process. We do it, that's why we do classes here. We don't just sit here and do Sunday talks. We do classes so people have 6 to 10 weeks to wrestle with particular spiritual principles. And in community with others, I find that working with others is so powerful, so much more powerful. I've tried the do-it-myself method, okay? It works, it's slow, and oftentimes it gets me into the wrong place. I remember I used to be a really good Zen Buddhist by myself, okay? And then one day, I went and took a workshop with a Zen Buddhist priest, and I came out of that workshop realizing that I knew nothing about Zen Buddhism. He completely collapsed my world, okay? Doing it with a group of people is both more fun, more growing, and by the way, spiritual practice can be fun. Spiritual growth can be fun. Did you know that? Yeah? It's the way that I like it. God is playful. God is joy. And I like to embody that. So as we do this kind of stuff, it changes our habitual consciousness, and it's an ongoing and never-ending process that we never complete. So I want to do something experiential with you for a moment. Would you be willing to have an internal experience of that? Great. So let's take a breath. And if you're willing to gently close your eyes, let yourself settle into your chair and relax. As you take another deep breath, you allow that chair to support you fully. You don't have to do it yourself. Just relax and let the chair support you. Just let the tension melt out of your body. And taking one more deep breath, with a sigh, letting it go. I invite you to become aware that right now, you're existing in a field of infinite love. Whether you believe it or not, know it or not, you are. In this field of infinite love, allow yourselves to open up and just experience that love. To let that love, to recognize that love vibrates with the love that's already present within you. And let it expand. Let it grow. And as you open to this infinite love, you also realize that it contains an infinite wisdom, and infinite knowingness and awareness. And breathe that in. And so into this field of infinite love and infinite intelligence, you're going to float a question. And that question is, what is mine to give in the world right now? What is mine to give in the world right now? What is the gift that is seeking to express through me? What is that gift? Another way of asking this is, how can I express more of the divine? How can I express more of that divine nature that I am, that wants to speak through me? And as I say yes to this gift, as I get an idea of the gift that wants to move through me, I recognize that in order to allow that gift to come through me, I have to expand. And so what am I to become? Who is the person that I need to be to allow this gift to move through me, to express through me? Even if I don't yet know what it is, I have an inkling, I have an awareness that there is a gift that wants to express through me. Who must I be to let that express through me? And the balancing question to that then is, what must I let go of? What do I have to release? What's the oldness and the stuckness that has held me back from expressing this ever so fully? What do I need to release or let go of to allow this gift to express through me, this vision of the universe to express through me? What do I need to let go of? Taking another deep breath in and out. Visualize, imagine in your mind that that person that I must become is standing there right in front of me. And I step into that person. I step out of the me that I am now into this person that I am becoming. And I anchor myself and ground myself in that person. I notice if there's any hooks, any old connections to the old self, and I allow those to simply release and let go and fall away. They no longer have a connection to me. And I'm free of that past. I'm free of whatever needs to be released. And I breathe into this new being, this new me, this which I am becoming, and allow this to be the self that I am. So allowing yourself to anchor into that, allowing every cell of your body to truly feel that. That we are renewed by the transforming of our mind. We take a deep breath and allow ourselves now to be gently aware of the chair that we're sitting in, the room that we're sitting in. Perhaps wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your shoulders a little bit. These fresh new shoulders of this fresh new being that I am becoming. And when you're ready, be gently back in this room, fully present here, as this new self of yourself, this new expression of yourself. And so it is. Your spiritual practice this week, our spiritual practice this week that we're going to engage in if you want to, is to basically sit with that, play with that. Continuously sit and ask the question, what is my gift? What is my gift that wants to express through me? And to explore and expand that awareness. And then to allow myself to be the kind of person who freely gives this gift, that I'm enabled. The universe is, we talked about last week that any idea of God comes with its means of expression also. I don't have to figure out the how-to. I just have to figure out this is my gift and be aware of that and say, I am willing. I am willing to express and be this gift. And the universe simply says yes and provides all of the resources that we need. So I invite you to play with that this week. Would you join me in playing with that? Yeah. So we're going to simply sit with that question and then visualize yourself already as this person. Till we really feel it, we really embody it. So thank you. I'm going to close with a quote from Science of Mind. It says, it is a great mistake to say, take what you wish, for you can have anything you like. We do not take what we wish, but we do attract to ourselves that which is like our thought. And this is one of Ernest's all in capitals sentences, which means he wants to pay particular attention to that. We must become more if we wish to draw a greater good into our lives. We must become more. That's our only goal. We get to move through layers and layers and layers of becoming more and more and more how wonderful we truly are. Each of you is wonderful right now. Do you know that? Each of you is wonderful right now. And you may have your list. Oh, but Reverend David, if you only knew I got this, okay, I got my list too. Okay? The truth is we're wonderful right now. And we get to express more of how wonderful we are as we become more willing to do that and more open. So I'm grateful that we're playing this together. And I know how powerful this will be both in our own lives, in this community, and then out beyond into the world. So let's move into prayer. And I know that there is only one infinite presence. One love, one life, only one. There is nothing in opposition to that life. There's only the one. Life, light, beauty, love, joy, power. That is all that there is. And each of us, because it is infinite, are one of it, have to be one of it. There's nowhere else to be but within that one infinite presence. We are that right here and right now. Whether we remember it or forget it, whether we believe it or not, we are it right now. And from that awareness, I simply speak my word that we remember. We remember the truth of who we are, of how beautiful this universe is, how beautiful each of us is. And we share the gifts that are ours to give. We share the beauty, we share the love, we share the power, we share the life energy. And whether it's in big ways or small ways, God doesn't judge big or small. It's just ways. It's our way. It's our unique gift and our expression right here, right now. It is enough. We are enough. And I'm grateful that we get to know that, we get to remember that. I'm grateful for the gifts that each of us share. I'm grateful for the givingness and the receivingness, because we cannot give without the universe giving right back. And we cannot receive without the universe receiving our gift. And so we do this beautiful in-breath, out-breath of giving and receiving. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the spirit that moves through it all and is the life energy of all of us. And with that gratitude, I release this word into that which we call the law, the process that brings it forth, that knows how to make it happen so that we don't have to figure it out. We simply let it be. We affirm that together by saying, and so it is. Bless you. Thank you.